Hi, welcome everybody, it's Mike Newton down here at Lytham Golf Academy. We've got driver head-to-head video for you today, and I've got the Titleist TS3 Driver going up against the Mizuno ST190G. So we've got adjustable weight in the Mizuno, we've got some obviously weight we can shift around in the TS3 head, both adjustable obviously in the neck sleeve, but we're going to put these drivers head-to-head, GC quad on the floor, some data and obviously my feedback as always as to maybe which driver I prefer and maybe what would suit me the best. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Titleist TS3 first. So TS3 is the slightly more sort of compact looking head between that and the TS2, so maybe a little bit more of a slight low spin maybe model against TS2. Got it in a even flow Project Tech 6.5 in a which is an X Flex. Okay, so we're going to get this first one hit. It's 9.5 degrees in loft, set at 9.5. Let's get the first one hit. Looks lovely behind the ball, very nice sort of shape as you would expect from Titleist, very sort of classic, that pear shape, sort of look. Very solid sound to that, really positive sort of crack. Nice sort of strike, a nice flight on that as well. Ooh, just push that one up that right hand side a little bit there, but not too bad, but a good strike. Felt really sort of solid. That was a better hit there. You see that's a little bit higher in the face strike. I'm guessing that spin would have been much lower there, but that's got out to 306 on the distance there. Definitely higher up in the face. That would have been a little bit more low spin, which is probably where that distance came compared to that first one anyway. So first really instincts there with the TS3, it's a really good positive crack to it. Feels powerful off the club face. Loving the look of it, very nice sort of shaping of the head, and generally seeing some good numbers with this through fittings here at the Academy. I think definite improvement from maybe the 917 range previously, so a little bit more speed there than I would say than the 917, just a bit easier to sort of dial in for the customer as well in terms of through the fitting itself, just a bit quicker to work it into the right spec. Solid. Nice flight, really good trajectory on that. Quite a nice neutral flight for me up to now. That's just touching 300, which is a good number. Feels really responsive off the club face. It feels not too hard. It just feels like it's quite sort of, I don't know what's the word, maybe a little bit sort of springy off the face. It does feel quite powerful off the club face and feels really quite forgiving, to be honest. On the I'm just moving my strike here, just cut a couple slightly low in the club face there, but all in all it feels really sort of solid. Now Titleist are offering quite a few different stock shafts as options, so I think they've got the tenside blue, this is the even flow, there is a smoke option there in there also, and can't remember the top of my head, but I think there's one other, so there's about 4 or 5 sort of good stock options where basically there's no upcharge on those shafts for customers, so some good offerings there. And obviously they have a long list of exotics which are probably then more up into the upcharge section. Again, just peeled up that right hand side. It's definitely not going left there. That's probably the worst one I've hit there, to be honest. That was 305, so good connection, but just working it up that right side a little bit on that particular one. Let's hit one more shot. Again, fraction heel there, just got that little cut that'll lose a little bit of length. Yeah, not much there, so 296, that's not bad. That felt like I was going to lose a little bit more length on that particular shot, but just fractionally that heel side. But again, liking that flight that ball's coming out at. Okay, so let's switch over into the Mizuno and we'll hit a batch of shots with that. Okay, so Mizuno ST190G, we've seen a really good driver from Mizuno for 2019 in this model. We've seen some tour players putting this straight in the bag. The response has been really, really good. I've done a review of this on my channel and the numbers were really good with it, and I think it looks absolutely stunning. So very good looking driver head. Definitely comparing it against TS3, a little bit longer from that front of the face to the back edge, so a little bit more longer in that actual head itself. Love a little bit of graphics on the back there with that carbon look and that little sort of white little line around that back edge. Just looks really stunning. So beautiful looking golf club, which you'd always expect from Mizuno. But having said that, you know, I think the blue range, if you like blue, fine, but if you didn't, you wouldn't have probably bought one. I think this is just a much better looking golf club than previous models. Okay, so again, this one's set at 9 degrees. So just half a degree difference, so nothing in it really at all. This is in their one of their stock shafts, which is Atmos Tour spec in a X. Let's get this first one hit. Sorry about that, the T-Peg just hit the camera there. Lovely strike there, just fractionally right, but not a lot. That seems pretty powerful, and again, a great feel off the club face. 302 that one's got out to. Really nice sort of flight, very, again, responsive through the feel of that. Feels like the ball, again, it's just got that little sort of spring effect off it. It feels, well, it felt really good, that, to be fair. Nice opening tee shot. Let's get another one hit. So I've got the weights set, obviously slidable weights in the Mizuno in the G head, and I've got those in the furthest forward position. So I'm trying to get this a little bit more low spin for me. Tends to be, get that spin down. For me, I tend to just create those few extra yards. Let's just turn up that left side there. Again, good strike. That'll be pretty long there. Just turn up that left side. So that's just, just short of 300. Okay. Bit more that left side. So might just be killing my dispersion a little bit with that particular one in there. Feels great. Feels really good. Just fracture up that right hand side. 307, maybe the longest one with that particular hit there with the Mizuno. Nice sort of strike, lovely feel, good sound to that again. Lovely. Yeah, it's really nice, is that? Really nice. That's trundling well over there again. That's another 307 yard shot. So getting some good distance with the Mizuno. Be interested to maybe look at the dispersion a little bit more detail when we look at the numbers between these two, because obviously dispersion is also really important between drivers really. Obviously distance is great, but keeping it on that short stuff on that fairway is, as you'll know, is equally as important. Definitely a lovely looking golf club when you put that down by the ball. It just looks stunning behind that gloss black finish, black face, a little bit of carbon detailing on that back section of the crown. Yeah, good. Just a little bit cutty that, not by much. Probably ease off a little bit of distance. Again, it's not done too bad there, 298. Okay, so there's the Mizuno ST190G hit. Let's go and look at some numbers. We'll look at some dispersion, maybe a little bit of strike pattern as well, and we'll see how those two drivers are performing. Okay, so let's look at some numbers here. So we've got Titleist TS3 on the top and Mizuno ST underneath. So 162 ball speed, TS3 on average, 161.4, so not a lot in it there on that ball speed. Launch angle very, very similar around that 10 degree mark. Spin number, however, is quite a bit different here. So you see 2460 TS3 to 1972 with the ST. So preferring that low spin number there, definitely, because I know that's going to help me squeeze a little bit more yards out on that particular sort of scenario. And when you sort of see that, it literally is a few extra yards, just like 1 yard extra on the carry, but then a little bit more roll out there, averaging at 303. And the drop off there was 298, picking up at 307, so pretty tight sort of run numbers there. Whereas the Titleist was 290 drop off, which was the first one I hit. against all peaking at 306. So not as big a drop off, and obviously strike will change that a little bit more. You can see that first one I hit with the tight, see it launched at 6.5, caught that a little bit low in that heel section. So obviously that's just pulling that distance down a little bit. But all in all, both really good sort of numbers. Me just personally liking that little bit of lower spin with the Mizuno. So just looking at the dispersion rings here, so on this bottom section, so we can see the Mizuno, just with that left miss I hit in there, has really sort of spoiled that dispersion ring, unfortunately. Titleist there, you can see on this particular test, including all 5 with each club, you can see the Titleist was that little bit tighter, just had that one that I leaked off to the right, and then the Mizuno won that one that went to the left there. So as I say, in this particular test, Titleist was just a little bit tight. I could probably redo that test again and that might flip the other direction. So apart from those, that real sort of right one, the left one, these are really good sort of fairway finders, aren't they, in a way. So sort of pretty much in a tight sort of column around this sort of particular area. Right, okay guys, so there we go. There's Mizuno ST190G against Titleist TS3. So for me, 2 really good drivers, 2 very strong drivers, and the important message really, as I would always say to you guys, is to go and get fit for these yourself. So loads of shaft options for both brands, neck settings, weight positions, it's all about dialing it all in. So this is obviously more dialed in a little bit more to me personally, but it gives you a little bit of idea, maybe some spin numbers and speeds that we're sort of expecting possibly to see with my type of swing speed. So let me know your thoughts, comment down below. TS3 against Mizuno, what your thoughts? I mean, new, I think probably Mizuno's best drive they brought out today, I would probably say. Titleist, again, really good product, better than maybe last year's version also. So very strong product range from all brands, I think, really, for 2019. It's a really big year for drivers, I would probably say. So interested to know your thoughts between these 2 drivers, so fire your comments down below. If you enjoy the videos and you haven't subscribed, I'd love you to do so. So just smash that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you get notifications as soon as a video lands. You'll be the very first one to watch it. Follow up on social media platforms, both Instagram and Twitter, and the handles there are @MNGolfCoach, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.